Hey guys, so today I have my contour and highlighting routine, so if you'd like to see how I did this, just keep watching. I already applied my base, which is the CoverGirl foundation, and I also erased my dark circles underneath my eyes using the Pixie concealer. The first thing I'm going to do is highlight my face, and I'm going to be using the NARS concealer. This is the Radiant Concealer, and I'm going to be using the shade Vanilla, which is a little bit lighter than my skin tone, which is perfect for highlighting. And what I do to highlight is I'm going to make streaks from the inner corner to my eye up to my temple, and the lines are going to get smaller as I go to my temple, as you're about to see. And then I connect the lines as you see to make a V shape underneath my eye, and my guideline is to not go past my nose. I'm just going to go ahead and do this on the other side, and again, I'm not putting it down beneath my nose because that's kind of my guideline. I don't want the highlight going past there. Next, I'm going to use my MAC Prep and Prime highlighting pen, and this is in Radiant Rose. And I'm going to put this right underneath my eyes again, and I'm going to put this on the rest of my face. So I'm going to put this down the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, my chin, my forehead, and around my mouth where darkness and redness can be, and around my nose where also redness can be. To blend this all out, I'm going to be using my Sigma F86 brush. This is absolutely amazing for blending out concealer. And what I'm doing is tapping it, not rubbing, and just tapping underneath my eyes and everywhere I have concealer so that it really just melts into the skin. And that you're not rubbing it all over the place and kind of spreading it out. This will just kind of make sure that it sets in place. The last thing that you want to do is you want to go from outer corner to inner corner when blending your concealer underneath your eyes, because that will prevent creasing. And then after I do that, I'm going to just go over it with my fingers, because the warmth of your fingers really helps to melt that product into your skin and really make it very seamless and perfect. Then we cannot forget to set everything in place, and you want to make sure you do it with a lighter powder. I'm using MAC Emphasize powder, and this is a pretty white powder, and I'm going to mix it with my color from the contour kit by Anastasia, and it's going to be that middle shade. It's the banana shade. I'm going to just mix the two, so have some yellow and white in there, and I'm going to be using this blush brush by e.l.f. Cosmetics, and this is a perfect size for underneath your eyes because it's tapered, so it can get right in the inner corner. And I'm also going to be using the brush to set the rest of my face with that lighter powder where I highlighted. And once we've set those places, it is time to move on to contouring. I'm going to be using this brush that I got from Clinique, and I think this was a free purchase, but I really like the size of it, and it fits perfectly into the hollows of my cheeks. So I am just going to use my Beverly Hills contour kit again, and I'm using the two shades that you are seeing here. One is more ashy gray, which is really great for contouring, and then the other one is a neutral brown. Mixing these together makes a really nice contour for your cheeks. And the way that I like to find the hollows of my cheek is to holder of the brush and place it all the way down to my cheeks so I can find that where it goes hollow. As you can see, when I go like that with my mouth, you can already see the hollows of my cheeks right there. So I already kind of have that guideline already, but if you don't, then you can use a trick with the brush. I'm going to start using those two powders and put them in the hollows of my cheeks, and I'm going to put it all the way up into my hairline just so you cannot see where the contour ends and starts, so it looks like it's very natural. You want to make sure to blend up with your contour and not down, because then it can look a little muddy and not natural, and it also lifts your face if you do that. Here I'm showing you that this is where I stop my contour, and this is from the tip of your eye down is where you want to stop your contour, because if you bring it closer to your mouth, then it starts to look a little muddy and not natural. I'm also going to bring it onto my temples and up onto my forehead, and just bringing it on the outside of my forehead, not dragging it too far down. If you have a larger forehead, you can drag the product down just a little bit more to make your forehead look smaller. I'm also going to put it onto my chin and to my jawline. This can make your jawline look a little slimmer and just adds a little bit more color there too. I'll be using the blush brush again from e.l.f. to contour my nose because it has a really, really nice tapered tip to it. So I'm going to take both of those contouring powders and put them on the outside of my bridge of my nose, and I'm going to connect it up to my eyebrows just so you can't see where that contour comes from, and it looks a lot more natural if you connect it. This makes the bridge of your nose look smaller and not so wide. I'm also going to contour the sides of my nostrils because that also can make it look like your nostrils aren't so flared and big. And then I'm going to blend it out with the sides of the brush, which still have a little bit of that highlighting powder on it. Next, I'm going to take those two contouring shades again on a fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to place this in the creases of my eye to give my eyes a little bit more dimension. Next, I'm going to take a blush, and this is Exposed by Tarte, which is a really natural looking blush. It's very nude, and I'm going to take the Sonia Kashuk blush brush, and adding a blush will definitely help your contour stand out more because it's adding color to your cheeks and it's creating contrast from the contour and highlight. Next, going into my contour kit by Anastasia, I'll be taking the only shimmery shade. It's not as shimmery as a lot of ones, so that it looks very natural, but I'm just going to put this on the tops of my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, and I'm also going to put a little bit on my chin. That about wraps up this whole entire contour and highlighting video. If you enjoyed this contour and highlighting video, please give this video a thumbs up. If you have any more requested videos, please leave in the comments. Thanks for watching.